What's going on, Sagittarius? Welcome to your 2022 predictions reading. This is the Autistic Mystic. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this reading, Sagittarius, we're going to take a look at your overall energy for the year 2022 and see what lies ahead for you here in the new year. At first, we're going to start this off with a traditional tarot reading, but as we move through it, we're also going to mess around with some oracle cards for you as well. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages that apply to you and your current situation, what resonates with you, and drop the messages that are not for you. This reading is going to be good for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also, if you're a cross watcher, you're absolutely welcome here as well. Be sure to check out your other signs for a full picture of the 2022 energy as well. Lastly, be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a comment below. I really do appreciate all your support, and there's a lot of exciting things coming through for 2022 here at the Autistic Mystic. So definitely looking forward to spending the next year with you guys here, giving you the readings. So with that being said, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and do 4 shuffles and really pull the energy for those of you watching this reading. As always, I'd like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Sagittarius. Got some jumpers here, that's always good. Last shuffle here. Alright, Sagittarius, let's lay out these cards and make sure that you can see all of them here. All right, looking like it's going to be a pretty fun year for you guys here. So let's start off for you in your overall general energy. This top row is all about your overall energy. We have the Fool card, we have the 9 of Wands, and we also have the 7 of Wands here for your overall energy. So I definitely see you guys stepping into the new here, Sagittarius, for 2022. You know, they say the number 222 is the master builder number. That means it's all about laying a solid foundation for your life moving forward. And so I definitely see a lot of you guys stepping into a completely new job, a new relationship, a new place to live. This is all about the new. And you know, the Fool is kind of having blind faith in something. So I get the feeling like the thing that could be holding you guys back right now is not really having a solid plan. You may have a vague idea of where you want to go, of what you want to experience here, but the Fool definitely requires you in 2022 to have faith in what you want to experience. So if I were you guys, I would be visualizing my ass off, right? I would be doing meditations to make sure that you lay a solid foundation, energetic foundation here, because as we know in the law of attraction community, you know, everything that you experience on the outside is always a reflection of the inner state. So there's a lot of building for you this year, right? Stepping into the new, a completely new journey. It's funny that the Fool would be the first card in your reading. You gotta love that here. Now you also have this 9 of Wands and also the 7 of Wands here in your overall energy, Sagittarius. And so I feel like there's going to be a reluctance for you guys to start the new, okay? You could be fighting with yourself here about really stepping into a new direction, okay? I do feel for a lot of you guys, it's almost going to be an internal battle where maybe you're kind of giving yourself every certain reason to not jump into the new. Here, there's something also coming about your highest destiny. I feel like I said this to you in your December reading, Sagittarius, so this is probably a a continuation of that type of energy where it kind of felt like you guys for a long time were wasting your potential. And so for this year, there's going to be certainly a pull back to the old for you, right? The Nine of Wands here is kind of like feeling a little bit beat up, right? You see the person with a bandage on his head here. You feel a little bit wounded. You feel like maybe, I don't know if I have what it takes here, but couple that with this, the Seven of Wands. This is all about a fighting energy. You know, the Seven of Wands says, you know, what's worth fighting for? What do you believe in here? And so this is a very fiery energy for you here in the overall energy. So this is going to be a determined year for you of laying a foundation, stepping into that new, right? So I do see a lot of you guys going through kind of maybe some external battles, some internal ones as well. Overall, I just see you guys kind of, I do see you stepping into the new. I do see you pulling the trigger, so to speak, and like making a jump, right? Taking that fool's journey. But on the inside, I just feel like you guys may be questioning it for a little bit. So we're going to have to clarify to get more information. But then we move down to the center row. And this row is also about your overall energy, but it's also about what you don't see coming. So we have the Two of Wands, we have the Justice card, and we also have the Ace of Pentacles here for you, Sagittarius. So let's start off with this Justice card, right? So the Justice card is all about karma, and it's also about kind of doing things by the book, making sure that you don't go out of bounds, because you could be penalized for that here this year, Sagittarius. So what's coming through here is just, you know, I feel like this is karma for your highest destiny, honestly. The centerpiece to your reading, you know, the centerpiece card informs all the other all the other cards what the reading is about. And so with that Justice card here, I feel like you are stepping into a new phase where some of you might be receiving the fruits of your karma that you've laid down for the past years. And I do sense this kind of energy of you do have to clean up your life a little bit, Sagittarius. This says that you should do things by the book. I know it sounds super practical, but maybe some of you need to improve your credit score. I just sense this is a year of like, yes, it's stepping into the new, but it's also about kind of clearing your name legally. Some of you may be dealing with a legal battle this year. And if it's not that, it just means like the miscellaneous things, kind of like tying up loose ends here. But also the Justice card here in the centerpiece to your reading, Sagittarius. You know, you have the Fool to the Justice. So your soul is definitely hungry for an adventure. And I feel like you're going to give it to yourself this time for this year. All right. And then you also have the Two of Wands and also the Ace of Pentacles here. So the Two of Wands here to the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like love is definitely on your mind here. We see the number 2 with the Two of Wands. That could indicate you're kind of thinking about love, you're desiring a partnership, but it's really putting in the work this year, right? Ace of Pentacles to the Fool. This is, you guys could be starting your own business. I definitely see like a switch in jobs for a lot of you as well. Maybe this is starting a side hustle, but this is a builder, right? Like I said, 222 is the master builder number. And so whenever you have the Two of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles, that's a new energy, right? This is letting go of the old. Also, I feel like you guys are going to be fighting with yourself about feeling like maybe I can't do this, right? Maybe I can't start this Ace of Pentacles new enterprise. I can't really dream up my reality, but I feel like that's all a joke. You know, you definitely, you might have to power through something here, Sagittarius. So just be aware of that here for the year 2022. And we're going to have to clarify that in a second. But then we move on to this bottom row. This bottom row is the message from your spirit guides here. And so we have this 10 of Pentacles here. And so whatever kind of like business idea that you have with this Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, whatever new direction you're going to be going in, I feel like this is your spirit guide saying that, yes, Sagittarius, it is a good idea for you. This could be what your legacy is about. For some reason, that Justice card was coming through as your destiny. Like it's almost like karma is shifting to where it's like, I have to actualize my destiny. And so this is saying that you are on the right path. Like whatever you believe that your destiny is, the legacy that you're going to leave, I feel like you guys were meant to do something big. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be some like business tycoon or like anything like that, but it just means like whatever your unique legacy is. You know, I'm the autistic mystic. There's no one that could have like told me what my legacy is. I know what my legacy is, and that's kind of the same thing for you. This is like an internal thing. Now, I do see kind of a weird jumper, right? We have the Fool to the Justice card to the 10 of Pentacles. And so you may have like some sort of radical idea where you're just going to free flow it. I do feel like there is this feeling of like Spirit is saying you do have to do things by the book here. It's kind of like the Hierophant energy, and it actually peeked out to me as I was shuffling your cards. So there is this feeling like you want to do things by the book here, Sagittarius. maybe you do need to rely on some people to help you start a business or something. There is this feeling of cooperation and level-headedness that may actually really help you here, because you kind of do have this dichotomy of, you have the Page of Wands, you also have the Fool, which is kind of like a crazy energy. So remain balanced as you move forward here in 2022. I think that will really help you. Now we also have this Eight of Swords here, and so once again, this is a message from your spirit guides, kind of touching on this Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. You guys feel stuck right now. Some of you may be doubting that you have what it takes to go on this new adventure, right? The Fool, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, that's all new energy. That's all a new adventure type of energy here, really kind of taking a risk. And so the good news about this Eight of Swords here is that you see the woman who is tied up. She's not actually tied up as bad as she thinks she is. These little cloths around her, she can break out of that really easily. And so this is a message from your spirit guide that all the things that you have, that the story you're telling yourself, you can easily break out of this, Sagittarius. And I feel like it is going to require cooperation, but you do have this Page of Wands as well in your advice from spirit. So this says, you know, you're probably going to have to take some risks here. You know, whenever you're talking about karma and you're talking about legacy, it does require you to kind of like step into the bold. You know, they say fortune favors the bold, right? So let's go ahead and clarify a few of these cards before we move on to the oracle part of this reading. So the first card that I want to clarify is this Fool. You know, why is this here in the overall energy for you? What's going on with this Fool? All right, we had two jumpers here. All right, so we have the Six of Wands and we also have the Eight of Wands. So you have so much fire energy here, Sagittarius. I feel like you do have to tap into your spiritual energy here. So this shows you that the Fool's journey that you're going to be going on, that you feel like it's not clear where you're going. You may have a vague idea of it. This is saying that if you step into action with boldness, you're going to be victorious. Okay, you could earn respect from people for actually going on this journey as well. So you got to love that, right? The Six of Wands here, Sagittarius. This is all about public victory. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who respect you for going on this journey. And also the Eight of Wands here to clarify the Fool. Things could pick up faster than you think. So for some of you, you're going to be starting this business faster than you thought, right? Maybe you're not spending as much time in this planning phase and you're just going to get going. I feel like this is kind of the reading where you just kind of have to rip the Band-Aid off here and push through your demons, because you see how the Six of Wands, they're staring right at this Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So you really have to use your fire energy, but also be smart. So I like what I see here for you, Sagittarius here. Sorry about that. There's this, literally there's like this sage burning. Hopefully it doesn't burn down the whole place here. So let's continue on though. Let's clarify this Justice card for you. Why is this Justice card here for Sagittarius in what they don't see coming and what you don't see coming? Tell me more about this Justice. Do one more. Okay, so the Justice card is clarified by the Ten of Wands here. So I'm picking up on an energy from you, Sagittarius, that there's this feeling like it may be a long-standing belief that a lot of you guys have, that like no matter how hard I work at something, it doesn't actually improve, or like I don't actually get what I want here. The Justice card says that if you can work hard, if you can put your head down and do the necessary work, right? Fight for what you want, start that new business, start your new legacy. I do love this energy. It shows you that you're gonna get the result. Whatever you put into something is what you're gonna get. So no longer is this feeling of like overworked and underpaid. That frequency is leaving your life right now. So you guys are going to get justice also for all the hard work that you've put in. Okay, so a lot of you have laid a solid foundation. Intuitively, like Sagittarius, I feel like a lot of you guys, it's like you know who you are on the inside, and a lot of people have not recognized it. This year with that Six of Wands here, if you can fight for what you want, you can actually put your plan into action. It's almost like this frequency, overworked and underpaid burden, is going to go bye-bye. You're going to get justice. People are going to start to realize your own worth here. And especially when you start whatever this Ace of Pentacles is, it's like the whole thing for you, Sagittarius, is you just got to start. You got to get going, and that's what starts it all. If you let your demons hold you back and you just sit on the sidelines, you got to be in the field, right? Don't sit on the nosebleeds. Don't be in the auditorium. Be on the stage. That's where your success is going to come here, Sagittarius. So let's also clarify this Eight of Swords for you down here. Why are you still being like, why are you feeling like you're trapped? Like, tell me more about this for Sagittarius. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords popping out. It came out a little bit early, so I'm going to take more. But this just shows you're going to have to use a sword to kind of like cut off those cloths, right? You're the one that has to do this here. But let's see, why is this Eight of Swords here for Sagittarius? Definitely going to have to move away from something. Okay, physically I'm talking. Why is this Eight of Swords here? Yeah, so guys, this is the Eight of Swords here is clarified by the Devil. So this is self-defeating behavior, self-defeating thoughts, feeling like you're trapped, but you're actually not here. So this could be bad habits that keep you stuck here, Sagittarius. Once again, I feel like there's this feeling of like seeking out short-term pleasure instead of that long game, right? Playing that legacy game, building your name, like, so the only thing that's going to hold you back this year is if you keep going into like addictive behavior, hanging out with people that are not actually good for you, and just believing that you can't do it, right? If you never try, you never know. So the only thing that's going to hold you back this year, Sagittarius, is if you don't get started. If you just sit on the sideline and you just kind of keep your life, if you just keep the status quo going, right? So that's what I see here. It's all about taking action for you and having faith in yourself. So with that being said, let's move on to the Oracle message for you. All right, what we're going to do now, this is kind of a unique deck that has a bunch of different like archetypes of people and ascended master spirit guides. So let's see, what energy does Sagittarius need to embody to make this year the best year for them? So this is the energy you need to embody to make it successful. Let's see. You guys are going to like this deck if you've never seen it. It's really cool. Got that Hope card. Let's see. All right, super interesting energy here for you coming out, the energy you need to embody. So let's start off with this Hope card. All right, so you guys need to have faith in the vision that you're creating here. Hope, right? Kind of like having faith, but it says, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. And that's really what you guys got to do here, right? I feel like you guys have a lot of self-defeating thoughts that prevent you from taking action. It's time to push through that. Have faith in the vision that you're creating for yourself, right? So have hope. You need to be hopeful. Hopeful thinking, positive thinking is really going to help you this year. Then you also have this white eagle spirit, the ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So you guys might be breaking ancestral trauma here. For a lot of you, it's coming through as like addiction or something like that. Like there's a certain generational curse. I'm getting like maybe your parents like abuse a certain substance and maybe you're the first person to break out of that. Like me, I kind of come from sorry, mom and dad, if you're watching this, but they're okay, maybe I shouldn't say this, but there's a lot of alcohol abuse in my family, and therefore I don't really drink alcohol, and that's a generational curse that I'm breaking. And so for you, it's the same thing. Maybe if someone's afraid to start a business, right, they always like rely on the system. There's some sort of ancestral curse that you're breaking this year. So that's super powerful, Sagittarius. Also, what's coming through for this is like, you know, live like your ancestors did. You know, your ancestors, they would not just sit inside all day and like be plugged into some like technological matrix. This is about getting back to your roots, getting out there, you know, taking risk, because most people just try to arrive at death safely. This is going to be really a year of hope and like connecting to your roots here, right? Your root chakra. And then we also have the Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Okay, so this card says divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So you guys are definitely being guided here. The Divine Director, this is kind of like a very advanced energy, kind of a star seed energy. So if you guys have connection to the Pleiades or Sirius, those kind of like angelic star seed energies, you know, this is a confirmation for you that you're being directed by a higher source here. For sure. You have divine guidance at your disposal as well to also help you alleviate. So just ask for help if you need it. But the main card that came out here is hope. You need to have hope for that you can better your life, and don't let fear hold you back. You know, they say that fear, an acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real. So, you know, White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit, the Divine Director, and hope. So with that being said, Sagittarius, I enjoyed this reading. If you want more information on your 2022 energy or just your life in general, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You could find information on that in the description box of this video. I would love to work with you guys. Either way, though, I will talk to you guys next week on your next reading. Have a great 2022. Have a great rest of the December whenever you watch this video. Much love and light. This is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.